Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another one. Let's get right into it. Your reaction isn't the problem. They are, because it was them who caused it and manipulated you into thinking it's your fault. We got some type of people out here, y'all. And what they like to do is keep bothering you until you don't have anything left. You don't have any peace left. You don't have any love left. You don't have any patience left. You don't have any, you don't have a drip, a drop, an ounce, a splash, a puddle, no good left inside. To the point to where you have to start praying in front of people just to get your sanity back. That's what they'll do. They'll cause you to have to continue to pray in front of them just to get your sanity back. And as a wise man once said, when somebody starts praying in front of you, you better leave them alone. Because this person is trying to avoid a part of themselves that they don't want you to see, they don't want to see, they don't want anyone to see. But they want you to think that your reaction is the problem. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild and crazy? They want you to think your reaction is the problem. It's a lot of people out here that have severe problems and are destroyed inside. And they want other people to have to deal with them because of that. I'm not fixed. I'm damaged. I'm broken. And I don't want to heal. Deal with it. That's not what we're doing. That's what they may be doing, but that's not what we're doing. That's what they may be about, but that's not what we're about. We're not about that. If that's what they're about, they can go on and go ahead and be that. But our reaction is not the problem. And this is why it's good to not react, because they want you to feel like your reaction is the problem. They want you to think that you started it because you had a normal way of dealing with something that they had an issue with. They had a problem with the way you reacted. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? How is the way a person reacts to how they're being treated the problem? Because they want to make it a problem because they really don't care. People who don't care will make it seem like you're the problem. It's just another way to manipulate you into feeling like a horrible person. And that's awful. But people who feel awful are going to act awful. People who are terrible people are going to try to make you feel like you're a terrible person. And that's just how some people are. But your reaction is not the problem. And reacting when you're a good person, saying certain things that you want to take back when you're a good person, having to become a horrible individual for a few minutes, it doesn't really make you feel good about yourself. You feel like this person got you. You feel like this person has control over you. And these are things that nobody wants. Nobody wants to feel like somebody has control over them. Nobody wants to feel like at the drop of a dime, somebody can do something to make them lose their mind. No one wants to feel like that. No one wants to have someone who has that amount of power over them. You feel weak. You feel lost. You feel gone. You hate yourself for that. You feel miserable. You can't be your best self. You can't be the best version of yourself when you're reacting to other people and the things around you that happen to you, whether it be something in life or other people. And if you're anything like me, you chose to control yourself and how you chose to act towards the things in life that don't go so well for you. If you are someone who reacts, period, you probably had to check that within yourself for quite some time. Okay, I don't handle situations the best. I may overreact. Let me work on that. Let me handle that. Let me find something within myself, or find some information, or do some affirmation to where I can feel better and I don't have to react. But then once you work on yourself and you don't react to the things that are happening to you in your life, you become aware of a whole different ball game that people are actually taking pride in playing, that people actually don't mind playing. Let's freak this person out. Let's stress this person out. Let's make this person unhappy. Let's steal some joy from this person. Let's make this person possibly not even want to be alive anymore. You're not the bad person for reacting. A lot of good people get pushed to a place to where they just lose it and they don't care. And letting people have that control over you is dangerous. Letting people have that amount of control over your life is scary and it's not good. If somebody can have that amount of power over you or control over you, it says a lot. They could push your buttons, make you mad, make you react. They could possibly cause some trouble or some unfortunate things to happen in your life. Can't let them win. Excuse the noise, please bear with me. They're mole sentient mole um, detectors, motion sensor detectors. So you should know that your reaction is not the problem. When people try to make someone else react, that person is the problem. When people are constantly trying to get a rise out of you, they're the problem. When people are being covert and don't have the heart to say that they have a problem with you and figure out why and work on themselves and make your relationship between the two of you better, they are the problem. Just because you have an adverse feeling towards what's right and what's not right doesn't mean you're the problem. But in today's world of backwardness and stupidity, you will end up being the problem when you react to these fools. But your reaction really isn't the problem. They are. And you have to realize that they're the problem and not react to it. And that will also help you not react to it. Once you can recognize what the problem is, you can separate yourself from the problem. That's the beauty of being able to have a rational mind, a mind that uses logic. Okay, that's the problem. I'm going to end the problem. I'm going to dead the problem. Once you recognize the problem, start working on yourself and start working on your mind to eliminate it. If your reaction is the problem, you're going to have to do you're going to have to master your emotions. You're going to have to let go of some resentment. You're going to have to let go of some idiots. You're going to have to let go of some knuckleheads. You have to let go of some, you know what's, some sorry mother, watch your mouths. You have to let go of some of those kinds of people, some sorry mothers. All right, you're going to have to let go of some sorry mother lovers. You have to let go of some of them. Because if you hold on to these people and the way that they operate towards you, it'll drive you crazy. And you don't want that to happen. So you got to do a lot of letting go. You're going to have to let go a lot. You're going to have to empty your mind throughout the day a lot. You're going to have to meditate and pray a lot. Prayer is going to help you get through it. Meditation is going to help you relax yourself and release all that negative energy. Those are the two things that will help you get through anything, some meditation and some prayer. Because it's no letting up on someone like you. Someone like you, the person that they hate. Someone like you, the person that they're jealous of. Someone like you, the person that they wish they could be. And they will call you crazy and act like you're self-absorbed and full of yourself and delusional, all because you figured them out. They hate to be figured out. When you figure them out, they got to call you names. When you figure them out, they got to say things about you. When you figure them out, they got to deter you from focusing on who the real problem is. They're the real problem. They're the one who has the issue. They're the one who's trying to make their issue your issue. When you don't react to these people, you gain all control over yourself. These people are cowards, and they want to have power over someone that doesn't want anything to do with them. And this is just the carnal aspect of it. We're not even getting too spiritual within this video. This is just the carnal aspects of it. Jealous people do jealous things. And the person that doesn't have any, the reason why you don't have any jealousy and the reason why you don't have any hate towards others is because you're all right. We just gonna keep it simple and basic in this one. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right with me. You're all right. All right. People who are all right, you don't see them causing too many problems. People who are all right, you don't see them, trying to make things hard for others. People who are all right, you don't see them trying to make other people the problem. People who are all right recognize their own problems and they deal with them. And that's why you're all right. That's why you're going to be all right. No matter how many times you've gotten beaten down, no matter how many times you've gotten replaced, no matter how many times you've gotten let go, no matter how many times they tried to point you out to be the problem and play the blame game on you, you're going to be all right, because at the end of the day, you work on yourself. You reinvent yourself. You renew your mind. You work on yourself. You work on your mind. At the end of the day, you're going to be okay. Everybody else is still going to be pointing the finger and blaming their problems on somebody else. And they want to say you complain a lot. If a person is being bothered and if a person is being made to react, they will have a lot to say. If someone that's not doing anything to somebody, and because you're not chopping somebody's head off, they keep coming and poking you, you will have a problem with them. But the thing is, you cannot let these people torture you to the point to where you bottle everything up. It has to be a positive outlet. I don't care if you got to tell on them every day, tell on them every night. I don't care if you make the HR your second home. Somebody got to do something so you could be left alone. And I don't think they wanted to get physical. Like, this is a professional place. Start coming at them that way. And another thing too, if this is happening at work, you'll keep your employee handbook on your desk. You'll keep the employee handbook on your desk. Go to HR, ask them to print you out an employee handbook and keep it on your desk. Have one. Matter of fact, ask them for two. If you can, ask them for three. One you could keep in your car, one you can keep at home, and one you could keep on your desk, and tell them that. Like, yeah, I'm keeping one of these in my car. I need one for my desk, my office desk, and I need one for home. Because there's some things going on here at this place that people seem to be overlooking and not caring about. And I'm gonna make everyone aware of this. I'm gonna make this a safe work environment. I'm gonna make this a unhostile work environment. We're gonna make this a safe environment for everybody. And when you're on break, you don't even have to be reading it. Have your employee handbook in your face. When you get in there and you're not working on anything and you got some time to yourself, pull that employee handbook out and make it look like you're reading it. Every time they want to get weird, pull that employee handbook out. And that'll be your Bible for work. You pull that employee handbook out, you make sure you know all the regulations, stipulations, what's right, what's wrong. You make yourself aware of all of that. they'll be less likely to deal with you. They're gonna perceive you as a threat, and then they're gonna try to get you out of there. And when they try to get you out of there, you can sue them. There's a whole handbook on doing what's right. All right, there's a whole handbook called Doing What's Right. It's called the Employee Handbook. And when people don't want to play by the rules, when people want to be corrupt, when people want to be evil, they get over on others because they think they're not going to do anything. Because they put you in a position to where what they're doing is so covert and so sneaky and vile that you can't really see what's being done to you. And it takes so long of it happening before you either think you're crazy or losing your mind, or before you could even explain yourself. And then either way, you still think you're going to be crazy, because it's like, yo, who's going to understand this? Who's going to be able to grasp this? They play dirty. They play really dirty, and they do things you can't quite point out. And that's why you can't react to it. That's why you can't react to what they do, because you can't really call it out and point it out. Don't react to them the way they want. React to them by buying some books on what it is you're going through. React to them by watching some videos like this so you can know what you're going through. React to them to reading some articles, studying, praying, meditating. Don't react. When you react to them, that's the wrong answer. You want God to intervene. You want God to work for you. Don't react to them. Pray against these people. Somebody in the comments was talking about they had a bad experience at their job, and they prayed, and the person got fired because they got caught stealing something. You don't think I read my comments? I do. Read all my comments. Might not be able to respond to them all, but I see all of them. And I appreciate everybody for commenting and watching and liking and sharing my videos, because this message needs to get out there. When they play with you, you pray with them. They play with you, you pray for them. Pray for them to leave. Pray for them to get out of there. Pray for them to be removed. And I'm talking about you pray. We ain't talking about saying one prayer for the day and then that's it. We talking about pray in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, after it happens, before you got to get near them. You got to do that to make sure you can keep your spirit in check around these devils. People who could just act bad and act evil, and it really be no repercussions. Like set the whole, like they want to make somebody. They want to make somebody go ape feces at these jobs. All right. And in life period, they want to make somebody go ape feces, but you don't go there when you don't have to. Save that energy to think, save that energy to meditate, save that energy to pray. You could pray these negative energies away. You could meditate these negative energies away. You just have to stay grounded and stay in control of yourself, to where you could mentally get to a point to where you could think logically and make a better decision. Reacting is not the decision to make. Reacting is not the decision to make. You don't want to react and make those types of decisions. These people want you to make a decision that will change your life forever. And yes, they will gang up on you. Yes, they will act like they don't see what's going on. They'll wait for you to sue them, and they'll to ask you, is everything all right? Is everything all right? And it's like, people will ask, is everything all right, when they know something is wrong. People, when they start asking you, is everything all right, they know something ain't right. They know something is wrong. Don't be afraid. Tell them, like, yeah, son, no, everything is not all right. We have some insubordination going on here. We have some ill camaraderie going on here. We got some coughing in the background going on here. But anyway, I digress on that note. They can cough all they want. They're not going to stop DruTube or Drew Nation or the GCVs or the Galactic Family. We're unstoppable. Get you some Theraflu. Get you some cough drops, baby. Yeah, they might as well get some cough drops, because we ain't stopping no time soon, are we? No. We're going to keep it going and keep it flowing and keep it growing. Your reaction is not the problem. See, people like that will listen to someone like me and, oh, that's what he's talking about. When you have people who do things you don't like, they're trying to get a reaction out of you. Sometimes the devil will even tell on itself, I do things that people don't like on purpose. Somebody ever tells you that, man, don't deal with them at all. I know that's common sense, but it may be over some people's heads. It's like they do stuff that people don't like and they keep doing. Well, they haven't done anything to me yet. Watch people, watch how people behave, listen to the words that come out their mouth, use your discernment. Always pray about these kinds of situations that you don't react. If you're feeling like you want to react, if you're feeling upset, you're feeling frustrated, that means you just need to spend some time with God. You need a moment to yourself. You have to disassociate from the negative energy, disassociate yourself from this person. All right. And you diffuse the situation. You don't wait for somebody else to diffuse it. You diffuse it within yourself. Disassociate, disassociate and detach. You're going to want to detach yourself from the issue. You're going to want to detach yourself from the problem energetically. You could feel how these people make you feel. You have to realize that, like a cloud in the sky, it's going to pass. It's going to float away. You're not always going to feel like that all day. And that's why people will react, because it's like, yo, I was in a good mood. I was feeling good. And it's like you'll react based off of an older story. All right, so maybe there was a time where you didn't handle situations. Maybe there was a time where you didn't handle conflict or confrontation too well. So it's like you have to really work on yourself and deal with yourself. And this is why meditation is important. And this is why it's important to check yourself when you are about to react. Because if you do react, if you feel like you want to react, there's some old stagnant energy there. And somebody is bringing up something within you that you didn't work on, that you may have forgot about. And it's still something that you have to change. Even if they're trying to make you react or get to you, it's not their fault. That you had something that you didn't deal with previously. So you have to deal with your previous karma, and you have to deal with your present self. You have to stay grounded in the present moment, and you have to really look back and ask yourself. This is what healing is about. You have to go back in time, go back in your mind and ask yourself, is there anything that I'm still hurt by? Is there anything that I'm traumatized by? Is there anything that I still need healing for? Because these entities that are possessing these evil, you know what's, are getting at you through your past trauma, things that you haven't healed from yet, things that you haven't fixed yet. They're doing things that will bring up old feelings in you and old issues. And that's what they're hoping for. That's what they're wishing for. They're hoping and wishing for you to react to them based off of something previously that you didn't deal with. Either that, or they want to get you to the point of no return, to where they can cause you to act how they want you to. That's the whole root of push. That's the whole reason behind pushing somebody's buttons. They keep pushing your buttons till they get you to act how they want. They want you to get upset. They want you to get angry. They want you to curse them out. They want you to get unprofessional. That's what they want. They want you to get unprofessional so they can go to the manager and be like, is this really someone who you want working here? They don't know how to resolve conflict. This person's not a team player. This person is reactive. They have anger issues. All the while, they've been dealing with someone and something that they don't know how to fully explain or voice their opinion on. And even if they did, they would have to go make complaints every day. Nobody wants to be around someone that complains every day. If you're the one that's complaining every day, you're going to eventually be seen as the one who's the problem. When you're not the problem, and neither is your reaction. It's this freaking knucklehead that you want to take the last breath from and stop them from breathing. But don't you do it. You let them breathe. Their life is already bad enough. You'd be doing them a service. Some of these people want to go. They know their life sucks. All right? So your reaction isn't the problem. They are. It was them who caused it and manipulated you into thinking it was your fault. You need to write certain things down. You may even have to record certain things. Man, after people are dumb, people aren't paying attention, they come over to you with that nonsense, don't immediately get upset. Put your phone on record. It may be illegal to record people. Make sure you look up the rules on that. Make sure you know, don't get yourself in trouble with that. But it's not, I believe personally, it's not wrong to have some evidence. But make sure the evidence that you get and how you go about getting it doesn't get you into any more trouble than you would necessarily need. So that's the end of this video. I don't need to drop anything else on this topic. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. We out.